Hello everyone and welcome back to Two Shores, One Story. I'm your host Matthew, and today I wanted to talk about my weekend. Woo! Last week I expressed that it was Thanksgiving and that I wanted to be I used that episode just to be thankful for many things, and before that I was going through a little bit of a hectic week and not the best week, but this week was much better, and I was able to go out of Takayama and just do some exploring and rest. So I feel a lot better. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So, well, first of all, let's start Friday. So Friday I was able to go to Gifu City because of a work meeting. Not really work, but it's a volunteer thing that I do. And I don't think I've really talked about it, but I'm a regional prefecture advisor. So there's 4 or 5 regions in Gifu, and I, along with another ALT, volunteer to manage the people, the ALTs in the Hida region. So basically what that means is I just check in with people to see how they're doing. If there's any issues that they're having, we can help fix them. And we just act as a bridge between them and the PA team, as well as their work if needed. So this Friday, we have a skills development conference, and our PAs will be presenting. So last week we kind of prepped for that, and I showed my presentation, which I was a little bit scared about because before that I've never done a presentation by myself at SDC, so this is my first time doing one independently, which is good because I'm able to put like all my stuff that I want to talk about, and it's really just a good challenge. But on the flip side, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Mind you, I'm okay with public speaking, so it's going to be fun, and I just have to work on it a little bit, and I really want to have more just focus on discussion, mainly because a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about, I think it's too hard for me to answer, so I really want to help that with the people. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, last week we did that. I went to Gifu. We had a good meeting. And then after my bus was at 7, so I had a few hours to myself. So first I went to the bookstore, which is always a dangerous place. But I thought today that I would, or that day that I would, I would gift myself. That's not the right word. English is malfunctioning at the moment. I'm having a crazy brain fart. Anyways, that's what it is. I wanted to treat myself. That took a while. Yeah, I wanted to treat myself. So I went to the bookstore and I just walked around and I was thinking of what to get and just so many things. But the first thing I went to look at was the N1 section. So for those who know, I've been studying the JLPT for a while. The JLPT stands for the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, and I have been doing the N1, which is the top level, twice already, and I haven't passed. I was closer the second time, but not quite there. And the third one that I will be taking is coming soon. It's in December, the first week of September on the Sunday. So I have to study, and I've been studying, reviewing as much as I can. Mind you, I have quite a big vocab section to do and my Boom Pro app, but it's going along. But I just wanted a little bit of help, and vocab is, an issue. But I just thought something that maybe I could, do within the limited time I have would be good for now. And if I need more resources, I can get them. So I've seen people get this book called the 500 questions, and it's just 500 questions, and it's like little bite-sized pieces, so I can kind of see what I can need to work on, and we'll see how that goes. So I got that book, and then I was just looking for essays and that kind of stuff, and I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but I found a kind of an essay style or maybe nonfiction book about a psychiatrist. Basically, things that the psychiatrist has noticed in his time of working as a psychiatrist, and so I'm curious to see how that goes. Then I was thinking I would find some doctor stuff to read because I'm interested in medical stuff recently. So I was just looking out around and I just couldn't find anything that really was maybe suitable for me. I found like a nurse section, a caregiving section, but I couldn't find like a doctor medical section. So I was just like not too sure, but then I remembered that I passed a biology section. So I went there and I found two books that were only like 900 yen, which was awesome. And one book is about the body, and the other one is about body and diseases. So I'm excited to read about that. Woohoo! It's just kind of interesting because I think I've been talking to this about like maybe I mentioned this on the podcast, but yeah, I've been reading a Doctor series, and before that I was watching Doctor X, and before that I wasn't really interested in doing anything. I was not interested in doctor stuff at all, really. But it's just so interesting how watching Dr. X on Netflix and then just becoming really interested in the field and learning more about surgery and all the types of stuff they do has fueled my interest a little bit into learning more about medicine. And I can say all the organs in English, so why can't I say them in Japanese? And why can't I say the diseases in Japanese? Like, that's a good thing to know. So it's going to be a fun read, and I'm very excited to do that. So that was good. And then after the bookstore, I was trying to figure out where to go because I wanted some chicken. Nice fried chicken because it's Friday night. So, of course, you need fried chicken. So I was searching and I couldn't really find like a great place to have like a nice chicken set meal. So you get like a miso soup or whatever. But I remember there being like a chicken restaurant in the train station, whereas that's where I was. So I walked over and I walked in and I got quite an extravagant meal of mainly chicken. I got fried chicken, 2 or 3 pieces. That, there was 2 types of chicken, and one was more like the skin was crunchy and it was more juicy. So of course I wanted that. Then I got 3 yakitori. One was breast, one was thigh, and then the second one or third one was maybe breast with some onion, maybe green onion. So that was really good. Then I got some fries as well because why not? So I had a great meal, and then I went to, well, it was almost time for me to head to the bus. Maybe I had like 30 minutes left before I had to go on the bus. And the first time I went to Gifu, I remember there being a restaurant. Well, not a restaurant, but a little ice cream place called Niju Ichiji Aisu. And it's like at 9 o'clock ice cream. That's kind of how it translates. But there's many different restaurants or stores, chain stores around Japan, but there's one in Gifu City. So I went there and I thought I'd branch out because I usually get the cookie ice cream. So they have like a little Oreo thing on top and some chocolate layered in the ice cream, and it's really tasty. But this time, I was thinking it's fall. I want something fall, So in fall in Japan, they have a lot of Satsumaimo themed dishes. Satsumaimo is like a sweet potato, Japanese sweet potato, and it's quite nice. So they had what was it? Imo brulee, potato brulee. So it was maybe caramelized green onion, caramelized sweet potato. There was some potato chips as well, some sweet potato chips, and it was okay, but it wasn't my favorite. So I think I'll have to go back to cookies and cream, or just a cookie, chocolate cookie. Yeah. So if you're ever in Gifu City, I highly suggest you go to that little place. It's quite fun, and they have a really, it's just like a small little area, but you can take pictures for your Instagram. There's like a mirror, and then at the back there's like a nice neon sign. So it's fun if you like Instagram and ice cream. um yeah. Then I went back, and my friend who was staying over was in the town, so we met, and we went to a chicken store, Yoshinoya, one of my favorites. I was kind of full, so I just like got a drink bar and just was drinking Coca-Cola, and he was eating, and we talked. Then we went to go to the community, got some stuff, and we just continued talking at home, and that was really nice. Then the next day, we went with another friend to Kanazawa. Kanazawa is the main city in Ishikawa, and Ishikawa is a prefecture that's near the ocean. It just borders the ocean. And the reason we went there, I think maybe I talked about this before, is because we wanted to see Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer in 4DX. So that's what we did. But before that, we went to the garden. I think if you're ever going to Kanazawa, you need to go to the garden, Kenrokuen. It's one of the top 3 Japanese gardens in Japan, and it's really nice. I think we went maybe at the not the best time because the leaves haven't changed yet, but I feel like at the end of October, early November, that the leaves will change to their fall colors, and it'll be really pretty. So if you are in Japan, I highly suggest you go check it out. So we did that for a bit. Then we had a nice lunch at a tonkotsu place, very fancy. Like you could ground your own sesame seeds, and it was kind of fun to do, but I really didn't understand like how to put the salt and pepper and mix that well. So a few times the sauce was a bit salty, but that was okay. But I ate a lot. My stomach was full. But we were going to the movie, right? And I have to have popcorn. Like, if you're going to a movie, I think you just need to have popcorn. But the issue with this movie is that the seats, because it's 4DX, the seats would be shaking. And I didn't know that. Well, no, that's such a lie. I did know that, but I ignored it. I was like, I'm going to get it. So I bought popcorn, and then I was lucky. I was so smart, and I asked if I could have like a plastic bag or something so I could put it in. So like the popcorn came in like a rectangle box. What did I say that weird? Sorry. Box. So I asked for a plastic bag so I could put it over and it wouldn't fall. So, and I'm really glad I did that because, well, oh my goodness, the 4DX was an experience. And for me, I don't think it was a pleasant experience, but it was interesting. And I watched Demon Slayer already. This is my second time watching it, but it was fun, but also it was scary for me. So we sat right in the front, me and my friend, and then my other friend sat right behind us. Then it just started. So what the 4DX experience has, it has so many things. It was crazy. So the seat shakes left to right, up and down. So it can do diagonal stuff as well. There's a thing at neck height that shoots air, like psh, psh, like that. There's something in the back that will push on your back. So like, let's say if someone in the anime, we watch the anime, so if someone in the anime like hits a wooden door or something, it'll tap your back lightly. There's also a mist option, which I'm glad it was an option because I hated it the first time it happened. So yeah, a shot of mist will shoot your face, and I turned that off because I couldn't deal with it, along with all the other things. So that's just this. Well, I also think there's an aroma thing that shoots out. So every time these certain characters showed, it was a smell of aroma, or that's so silly. The aroma was floral because they kind of have that image. And also, there was wind that was not on the seat, but around. There was wind and flashes. Also, there was a thing that shot snow, but I don't think it was snow. It looked like maybe bubbles or something, but it was interesting. It was a very interesting experience, but I don't think I had like the greatest time because I really had to focus on not falling out of my chair. So I think I have a bruise on my left arm because I was really grabbing on my armchair to not fall. And my other arm was grabbing the popcorn so it wouldn't fall anywhere. And I will have you know that I didn't drop one piece of popcorn on the ground. Thank you I was really grateful that I bought that bag or got that plastic bag. It was really fun. It was just such an experience, and I was like, oh, like I can't. I was kind of stressed out. It was just a lot going on. Every time like the wind shot at me, I was a bit freaked out. So I think the people beside me were laughing at me a bit, and that's fair because I can hardly open a Coke bottle in Japan without freaking out. So it was a bit scary. But looking at my friend, he's watched it like this was his ninth time watching Demon Slayer, but he still had the same enjoyment as he did watching it the first time. And just looking at his face was so fun. And he just after the movie finished, he's like, let's watch it again. And I was like, I can't do that anymore. Like, that was just too much for me. So I can't watch it in 4DX, but that was a fun time. Really, really fun time. And I was so happy to be in Kanazawa. So that was really nice. Then we drove back, and that was that. Sunday, I had church. It was good. Then I worked out, did my gym stuff, and then my friend, I asked if I wanted to hang out with him because he has this game called Silent Hill F, and it's kind of a horror game, and he was talking about it, and I wanted to watch him play it, but we didn't do that. So he invited me to go out with him to a little bar in Enako where he used to be. So it was kind of cool because this is Liam. So I went with Liam, and we know Liam. I interviewed him a few weeks ago, and I think in that interview he talked about how he went to a bar or an izakaya bar, and that's how he like started learning Japanese, and like he just went there like during his first week, and he's been there ever since. We went to that bar, and it was really cool because he's just known there. It was just really nice, and the staff, like it was just a mom and dad and their daughter, and they're all so nice. It was just so nice to be with them, and we had a really nice time. And the food was really good. Like we had maybe the best gyoza I've ever had. Amazing yakisoba. It was delicious. It was so tasty. So I was really, really happy to do that and to go there. It was really nice to see kind of his history, and it was nice. Like when he walked in, usually people like say like konnichiwa or whatever, but he said long time no see, and it just set the scene for that. So it was really nice to do that. A really good time. So yeah, it was a good week. Today I'm recording this on a Monday, and it's sports day in Japan right now, so it's a national holiday. So I had a nice restful day. I did go to the gym, but after that I just I had a nap, and it was a longer nap than usual. And I forgot to mention, but because it's Thanksgiving in Canada, I made a Thanksgiving inspired meal, and it was actually really, really good. Just really simple stuff because I'm a simple guy when it comes to cooking. So I just put a big sweet potato in the rice cooker, and I just turned it on, and that worked out pretty well. Then for chicken, because it's, similar to turkey. I got some chicken and I air fried it like I normally do, but instead of what I normally do, I decided to do some more herbs than I usually do. What a great sentence. I'm so eloquent with English. Sorry. But yeah, I had oregano, I think. I put oregano on, some sage. I was searching, and apparently sage is great Thanksgiving herb. So put that on, obviously pepper, salt, and some garlic. And I put that in the air fryer, and it was so tasty. And then I had asparagus as well. And I was supposed to have this yesterday, so I was at the supermarket and I just was looking at some cake and I stumbled upon croquet, which is, I don't know how to explain it, but just like a fried thing, and that there's, insides are different, but sometimes you can get hidegu or pumpkin. So I got pumpkin and I had that today. Really a wonderful meal. And it was really nice to have that. And it's nice to, even though I'm far, far away, I can still have kind of something similar. Nothing crazy like, that you would have normally, like huge turkey, amazing carrots, and pumpkin pie. I did have pumpkin pie earlier, and I'm never having a pumpkin pie again. In Japan, it just took up all my space in my fridge, and it was not good. But yeah, so it was a really nice week, and I'm really excited to have a short week this week because we have Monday off and I have Friday off technically, but I still have to work, but it's still nice, and this week will be fun. So yeah, that was kind of what happened this weekend. I had a really nice time. Yeah, so I think I'll end it there. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast, and I will see you later.